Florida man standing in his sunroof while driving his Cadillac down I-4.
What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do when they come for you?
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Reina Creole, and this, of course, is the Welcome to Florida podcast where we have fun learning, laughing, and feeling very, very good about our life choices when it comes to the second craziest state in the Union, a state that my family has had a presence in since 1565. And I love sharing all the fun, amazing, crazy things about this state and why it is so famous, I guess, that it is. So we've got lots to laugh at, but more importantly, we are heading into our third and final installment of the Gilded Age in Florida. And we're going to be talking about Miami's founding couple, William and Mary Brickell. So we're going to be talking about the two of them. I've got a little poll in the chat that I want folks to try to answer, and you'll see if you are right a little bit later on. And of course, memes and a video that, man, we're going to have fun breaking it down. It's going to be a whole heck of a lot of laughs. So, folks, I see you coming in here between YouTube and X, and we have got Tom F, and we have got Dead Man Walking 55.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm good tonight. I'm glad to be back after last week off. Feel human, so great to be back, Lorena and Tom. Good to see you tonight.
You too, Dad, man. Didn't I just see you the other night?
Yeah, we did. We partied on Friday night.
Yeah.
One of those Friday nights, we're going to go 6 hours, though.
6 hours?
Well, one of these Friday nights, we'll take a 6-hour squirrel stream, Tom. We'll keep you up to 3 o'clock in the morning.
You better send me a bottle of rum first.
Well, whatever we'll do. We'll keep the party rocking. So. Oh.
Well, it is a amazing time having both of you guys here, of course, and of course having our audience here as well. So thank you guys so much for being here. I sure do appreciate you. And let's see, first of all, before we even get started, right out the gate, we have got Scott Westbrook. We know him as Scott Westbrook, but once again, YouTube's interns probably didn't push something right. So we're all seeing the @ instead of your usernames. It is not on my end, surprisingly, not on StreamYard's end. It is on YouTube's end. So YouTube, fix your stuff. Fix that technical debt. All my IT folks know exactly what I'm talking about. Fix your IT debt. Okay? Fix your debt.
Have you turned it on and turned it off?
Is it off?
Is it plugged in?
It's PepCAC.
Again.
It's a PepCAC era.
Yeah.
Problem exists between chair and keyboard.
It's a code smell. It's a really stinky code smell. And you need to clean it up. Just saying. Well, let me hit you up, my dear, because I forgot to do that.
I know. You want the goodies. Welcome to the goodie room.
Thank you
Not
so
that
much.
movie again.
Yes.
I love that thing.
I love that freaking movie. Oh, my gosh. Thank you for gifting those 10 memberships. If you got gifted one from Scott Westbrook, please do tell him thank you very, very much for gifting all of those. We sure do appreciate it. Scott's such an amazing supporter of mine and other channels for the longest time. Those memberships are good for 30 days. Those memberships include, I believe at that level, at the Swap Society level, at least one movie club, movie viewing. And this month, I have to schedule it. We're going to be watching the original Battlestar Galactica movie, courtesy of whoever it was of my viewers who sent me a physical copy to my P.O. box. So thank you. I like squeed as soon as I saw it. So keep an eye out. We're gonna do that. You guys also get like some surprise videos when I drop them, and all channel members, you guys are going to be able to follow me as I stream live exclusively for you from the Universal Orlando pass holder only night, which is going to be this Friday. So it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. So thank you so much, Scott, for that. And let's see, we have got so many of you in here. Hello, hello, hello to all of you folks. Bring you down real quick. Let's see. We see Snortapoopus is here. We might have a story about Pinellas. We'll
When do we don't?
sometimes we don't. Sometimes we don't, and it's a surprise. I mean,
you know that game. You know that game I play on my channel, though, Lorena. Lately, we've had a real rash on St. Petersburg Beach and Clearwater. It's like
you're right.
Stories. Yes, we even came across something called Top of the World, where Snortapoopus knew exactly where that is. He drives by it.
you know what?
He picks up his humans to chow down on.
Yeah.
A lot of times between Snortapoopus, Mark Daly, and Scott Westbrook, we can pretty much nail down where a particular incident happened. It's great.
It's like 4chan type people. Like they triangulate and hunt everybody down like Sheila Buff's flag and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was freaking hilarious.
Yeah, that was.
Steel Leg, good to see you. Good to see you. I'm so sorry to hear about your internet. That really does suck, but I'm so glad you hit 723 subscribers. So keep on keeping on, my friend. And thank you. You're a OG channel member for sure, for sure, for sure. Let's see. Of course, we have Tom here. He's on the chat. Of course, we have to point out how cool his avatar is right now, guy.
What? You like my new avatar?
I do. I am not classically a dog person, but I love art of like dogs doing cool stuff.
Do you notice the back of the name? Bark Magnitude.
Yes, I did. I saw that. I saw that. Hey, Lonnie, good to see you here. We have got, it says David Jones, but it looks like Kimberly Ann Hart. So welcome. And let's see, we got Mark Daly in the chat, of course, coming to us from the capital of Florida, a.k.a. South Georgia. Good seeing you, my dear, as always. Linda is here as well. Amazing. Tom's amazing other half. Good seeing you, my dear. And let's see. I think that's going down. Sonia Petonia. I see her. She's here. Dad man on the panel. Hail from the greatest state in the union, or laugh or cry. It's okay. It's okay.
We do both.
We love our crazy here. We really do. Especially as it is the fault of it's the fault of you European countries out there too, trust me. Yeah. It is. It really is. You just don't want to admit it.
Nope.
The whole world is responsible for Florida, man. Okay. It just
the whole world is responsible for the United States.
Yeah. But you try to disown Florida, man, but kind of like how they try to disown Australia, but you can't help but notice Australia and Florida are scarily similar. And that's on purpose because, once England couldn't send their convicts to 13 colonies, they started sending them to Florida. Then when they couldn't send them here, guess where they sent them?
Australia.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. Don't feel bad. Spaniards were sending their convicts over to Florida too, so don't worry about it. What they did, they do.
It's a regular old dumping ground.
Yes, it is.
Some things never change.
How you doing? And Fallout Dave says, "Hey, Reina Creole, I love that Easter bunny every time." Yes, and no one flinched. It's just another day. Just another day in Florida where that happens. Yep. Yeah, that actually made Mike Barron's Florida Man comic. Yep. I was like, why does that look so familiar? I think I've seen that before. Yeah, it's in the darn intro. Let's see. We saw Steel Leg. Let's see folks here. Marino Perez says, "What's up, guys?"
That is my buddy from work. Another person I'm dragging in to see you and get depraved with us.
All right.
Thank you so much for being here.
Marino, Tony.
I sure do appreciate it. Good to see you. Good to see you. We got John the Beagle Dad here in the chat as well. Good to see you. We have got Just Nito. I'm very excited to have here in the chat. She is Old Florida as well. So definitely pay attention to her chat lines when we start talking about William and Mary Brickell. It's going to be amazing. Amazing. Contrary to what some people think, Florida tourism did not start with Walt Disney Company moving here.
What?
Yeah, it didn't. Yeah, but I know. Can you believe that?
Wow.
Can you believe that? There was a point in time where the only cities in Florida people paid attention to was Jacksonville, Tampa, and Miami. That was it.
What?
That was it.
Jacksonville, really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a shock.
Can you believe that?
Yeah. Instead, now they dump a football franchise in there known as the Jaguars.
Yeah, that nobody really cares about unless they beat Miami. You know. When do we not have finalists? Yeah, it happens. Yeah. It happens. It happens. Hello, and I do.
That's Knight Rider.
Knight Rider.
That's Tony. That's another friend of mine.
Okay. Hey,
Knight Rider.
Hey, y'all. Sorry I'm late. No, y'all are not late. You arrive precisely when you intend to. It's me. I can't be late. You know, I started running behind schedule, and guess who came after me?
Professor X.
Yes. I'm like, dude, really? It's looking like.
Yep. Hey, it's time. Time for the star of the show.
Like when Kermit has to go back. No, not Kermit. It was Scooter.
Yep.
Like, it's so time. Rebel X, hey, CJ says it's okay. They're taking them all back now. I told you guys the story how my my 5th grade grandfather killed a man in Georgia and escaped to Florida because that was Spanish territory and they had no extradition treaty.
Yep. With, I remember that story.
Yeah. I saw the warrant. It was pretty messed up. He killed like 2 people or something like that. And
so watch out for Lorena when she plays her gun games, with a double tap.
I know how to do that and not have law enforcement find out. I'm just saying, hypothetically. Just saying. I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
She's playing video games, people. Relax.
Yeah. Except if you're in the line of sight, if I decide to throw my controller.
You don't. Wow.
That's just TV sets. You got to stop.
It's okay. I replaced it. So this is the PS5 one.
Oh, you got it? Oh, what? Oh, you got a green one.
Yeah, I did. So it matches my glasses, matches my Pit Viper Oakley. So yeah, I got the PS5. 1 PS5 controller and 2 PS4 controllers with the PS4 on over there. My nephew's like, "Can I have it?" I'm like, No. I gave you a PS3. You use that and be happy. Hey, A2D2, good to see you. Good to see you. Dark Plato says Easter Bunny versus Santa Claus. It's on. Yeah, see, in Philly, we will throw snowballs at Santa Claus.
Yep.
That's how awful we are. Literally. We kind of own it.
That remark.
We own it. We own it. Let's see. We have got Bonzo Kilborn. Hello. Says, I guessed Australia because it's the most out there answer. Well, we will have to wait and see if you are correct. You are correct. PS4 is the best. Yeah, the only reason I don't have a PS5 is because when I went to buy a PS5, I couldn't get a hold of one. And I mean, you had like senior citizens snapping up PS5, so I was like, forget it. I got a refurb PS4. It was enough because I said, worst case scenario, it's a backup Blu-ray player.
No.
Got it for a good deal, but never buy anything from GameStop ever. I mean, I should have known that, but their customer service is too sassy.
No.
Too freaking sassy. Oh, bless you, Steel Leg.
Oh, better man than I am.
Bless you.
The old original Nintendo systems have plenty of dents in my chest of drawers.
I gotta clip that because literally I went off. I went off. It was a bad controller. You do something that's like, oh, you want to do what now? Oh, you want me to? Oh, okay, you want me to move? Want me to move? Okay, yeah. I'm like, you fired. All right, folks. Well, let's get into a couple of memes, of course, to get you into that Florida state of mind. This is courtesy of the Florida Memes group over on Facebook. I cannot recommend that group enough if you want to see how Floridians react to stuff. And bless their heart, some of the poor Northerners, or we'll say Yankees. This is the difference between Northerners and Yankees. Okay,
Yep.
So you have Northerners who will come down here and all they want to do is blend in. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's all they want to do is blend in. They know it's going to take a while to learn how Florida does things, but they're very open and determined to learning how Florida does things. So when your ranky friends try to make fun of you, it's like, yeah, we don't care how you do it. So there's a difference, okay? There's a total difference between the two. So this says, it's almost fall in Florida. You know what that means? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's still 90 degrees outside. Well, close to 100.
Mm-hmm.
It's just been for a couple of days.
The last couple of days have actually been okay up here. We've had a lot of clouds though, and off and on rain at times. So it's up North Florida. It's not been as bad as it had been last week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's bad. It's going to be this hot and muggy through mid-October, which is why I'm going to have to pray for y'all going to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party and the Halloween Horror Nights for the next month. Stay hydrated, and liquor does not count. Okay.
What?
No.
Y'all will try to, but it doesn't freaking count. It doesn't count. And here's the other thing. It's just like pumpkin spice latte. No, we don't really want that down here unless it's cold brew. However, I was at the Wawa and they had cinnamon churro coffee. Not in the container, mind you, but they just had the label on the dispenser. So I was kind of pissed, but I'm like, you know what? Cinnamon churro. I can rock with that.
You're still upset about that, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm really pissed. That was, I didn't like being teased like that. That was not fun. Hey, Sam Wolf, I see you, my dear. Yeah. You know what? That's like when I want some Cuban coffee, the Cuban blend coffee, and it runs out. You know, when you go and you turn the thing and it just like drips, and it's just like, are you freaking serious? Do y'all not monitor it? I don't know. Hey, Soul Assassin, those Northerners that come and try to speak like us, bless your heart for the attempt, but you sound like a narc.
Yep.
Wawa, I miss Wawa. Yeah, Wawa is how would I say it? Wawa is the prime example of northern colonization. We got Wawa, Five Below, and coming soon, you're going to be seeing a whole lot of Rita's Italian water ice stands too. I will rejoice on that day. Rita's water ice is amazing. Of course, you guys visited SeaWorld. You already know that because they've already got got one of those there. But They're not all over the place yet, but they will be soon. Florida moms tomorrow. Welcome to the 25-26 school year. It starts tomorrow. Kids are not happy. Florida moms are like, forget that. We can play in the pool while you boogers go to school.
Man, it's amazing. The summer, I don't know. It's so fast how a new school year turns around as I get older. It's crazy. It just seems like they just broke from last year.
Yeah, I'm just not. It just amazes me how early they go back to school here. But it's something I used to I would count on knowing, especially because this time of year is when a lot of the tri-state area, like Philly, South Jersey, and Delaware, because you go to Disney World around this time, all you see are freaking Eagles jerseys everywhere. Everywhere. It's like we invaded Disney at that point. But that's when we go, because Southern kids are back in school, Northern kids are still out of school, and it's one of the most, used to be, I don't know by now, but more economical to go during this period of time. So that's what we
Well, they just want to get into, what they consider the cooler weather. I say that funnily.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, cool, really?
When my wife is
Let's come down in August. Yeah, smart move.
Well, when my wife is homeschooling the girls, they first day whenever public school went back, all the homeschooler group went to Chuck E. Cheese on the first day of school. Although when you're a grown man by yourself at 11 o'clock and everybody doesn't get there till 11:30, you get weird looks from all the staff at Chuck E. Cheese. So that was an odd experience.
Wait, were you dressed up as?
No, I was just sitting there waiting for
again?
I was just sitting there waiting for my family to get there, and they finally started staring the heck of me, like just sitting there. I'm like, seriously, they're coming. I promise.
They're probably like, "Yo, man, this guy's not right in the head."
Yeah, I was getting those looks.
You have to say it like Hank Hill. 10 a.m. and already the boy ain't right.
Yeah.
Or as Tom Anderson would say about business about it, them boys ain't right in the head, are they?
Nope.
Florida summer parking, when finding shade is more important than parking up front.
Yep.
You got that right. I must have circled the parking lot at Publix like 3 times because I was looking for a place to park under a tree. Yes, the temperature differential is, you can tell. You can tell for sure. Any arrests at Chuck E. Cheese that day?
You didn't see Dead Man's photo on the newspaper, right?
Nope, I didn't get arrested that day.
There's the banana peeler running down the road.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's too darn funny. Get out of the sun. If your skin tone matches this sign, this ain't Jersey Shore.
Yep.
I just don't. The sun is crazy down here. It really is. I've seen some folks with some very, very painful sunburns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's a granted Disney. The markup on it is crazy, as is with any tourist attraction in Orlando. But there's also another reason they pushed a lot of that sunscreen. As well. You're gonna flip and need it down here. Because I swear it's like you can bake cookies on your dashboard. Selling cars with the built-in expanding roof umbrellas. Y'all need those. Oh, well, it's okay because I have air conditioning in my seats.
Yeah.
So do I.
That is a freaking game changer. I'm telling you.
And ceramic tint.
Mm-hmm.
You need to. Even on a windshield.
Yeah, you will need it. Trust me. I got to get my life together. This damn heat made me realize I can't go to hell. Oh, you got to love it.
Yep.
You gotta love it. Well, speaking of things you gotta love, first of all, almost 100 of you folks in here watching between YouTube and X, between my channel and, of course, Tom's channel. So thank you so much for being here. Strings and Puck says my brother moved to Key Largo. In a year, he went from looking like a ghost to looking like my wife.
Empty?
And Dylan says, when your skin matches the color of fried chicken, it's time. Yeah, our son here is crazy. Again, I do not have to tell the Australians this at all. They understand this completely. But yeah, our son here is insane. So I grabbed this again, courtesy of the Welcome to Florida Facebook group. They find the best stuff. This is pretty much how it is in Florida when it comes to the heat. So enjoy.
Welcome to Florida, where 1 minute it's 97 and sunny. The next minute, a cloud the size of Delaware shows up ready to fuck shit up.
That is very true.
Wow.
How many times have y'all been out driving, go in the store, you come out, and it looks like the skies are about to open up on one side of the street?
Yep. No.
Yes, exactly, Knight Rider. That's what I tell people. It is brutal. It's so brutal. And sometimes you don't know if it's just going to rain or if it's going to be lightning and rain.
Oh, we just had a good rain shower earlier this afternoon. I walked out to go to the grocery store. Everything was wet, but the sun was out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my favorite is the water spout that'll form.
Yep.
All of a sudden. People are just like, what the heck is that? Don't worry about it. It's just a water spout.
You ever sweat through a shirt before 9 a.m.? Of course you have. It's Florida. You walk to your car and your back sweat like you ran suicides in a sauna.
That is also true. It's called humidity, which is why you really are going to have to need 2 showers a day down here.
Oh, the humidity is the killer a lot of times. It really is worse than the heat.
And the other thing is, matching t-shirts at Disney may look okay. Actually, well, take that where you will. But it's a whole lot better if you're wearing those moisture wicking shirts. They look kind of plain, but I will say this much. They're not going to be sticking to you because of the heat. For sure.
By noon, you smell like sunscreen and the inside of a bait bucket. Summer in Florida is like a hostel.
Bait bucket. There you go.
Oh, I had a flashback. There is something unique about the smell of a bait bucket after a couple of hours in the hot sun. Let's just say it's not good. It's not good.
Situation. The humidity hits like a wet sock to the face. Your AC is working overtime. Your electric bill is $400, and your ceiling fan sounds like it's begging for death.
Yeah.
It's not a lie.
No, it's not. Matter of fact, my ceiling fan is up there. But have you been to somebody's house and the ceiling fan looks like something out of Final Destination, where it's almost about to come off and fly off and kill somebody? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. I've actually seen them. Somebody goes, "Oh, I'm gonna put that on high," and the guy yells, "Don't!" And he did, and the damn thing came down.
Yeah, our ceiling fans will self-yeet themselves. Or remember those box fans? Oh my God, I had relatives that put box fans through the house, and all they do is just move around hot air. Hey Phil. Oh yeah, that back sweat. That's just something else.
And don't even ask about rain. In Florida, it doesn't rain. It stabs you in the face sideways for 11 minutes, then clears up like nothing happened.
Even worse when you're on a motorcycle.
Yes. Oh, one of the worst places in Walt Disney World to be when it starts raining sideways is under Spaceship Earth. You know where the wind tunnel part is?
Yeah.
You do not want to be there. It really does feel like icicles stabbing you in the face. For those who don't know, okay, that Epcot, that big geosphere that's there, there's a wind tunnel under that because of its design. If you wonder why all of a sudden there's this wind that comes out of nowhere, that's because of because the wind current, physics, all that lovely stuff. Yeah, you got wind tunnels on both sides. You can thank MIT for that, actually.
Tourists be out here running for shelter like it's an alien invasion. Meanwhile, the locals are just pumping gas like, meh, it'll stop.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Old saying, don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes.
Yes.
Yep.
That's what I totally did. I'm like, it'll be okay. It'll be all right. Just wait. Just wait. Oh, yeah, Soul Assassin, you did remind me of something. My dear. I don't know where that's. I think I lost it. I'm sorry. But speaking of Soul Assassin, dude, I had to give you a wrench because honestly, you've been rocking with my channel since like the beginning. So I just wanted to bestow that upon you. It's very belated, so you'll have to excuse me for that, but I'll give it to you. I like the video, the Brit who came to Florida and most likely wants to move there after hanging out with Florida Man. Yes, that was freaking funny. You know what? Can you do me a favor? Can you at me that? Send me that again on Twitter. I can't. Oh, X. I can't remember if you sent it to me through DM or if you added me, but we'll actually show that at the end of the show. It is too funny, and yet it is another case. People talk a lot of crap about the South, but when people come here and visit for themselves, especially from other countries, we want to make y'all feel welcome, including doing all the crazy stuff we do. And it's a great freaking time.
You know what's fun doing that to them that are visiting? And they have no idea they look at you like you're bizarre, and it's so fun.
It is. And they go back with the best stories. Which is great.
Then there's the afternoon thunder. Not a storm, just one single thunderclap loud enough to make your soul evacuate your body. Happens daily at 3:17 p.m. like it's on salary.
Yeah, you guys have seen when I've been when I've been live streaming, and all of a sudden you'll hear this big clap of thunder out of nowhere, and then it doesn't repeat. It's like, what's going on? Yeah, that's what it is. Rogue thunder, and my favorite, rogue lightning, because lightning is even more dangerous than thunder. Yeah, people like, where's that coming from? Okay, listen. Okay, no thunder, so it's way far out, but still. Yeah, I get lightning. Well, you guys probably get them too. I get lightning alerts from AccuWeather.
All I can say is, and you're going to get this. Nee. This is a stage 1 lightning warning. And poor Knight Rider's going, I know that too.
Oh my gosh, it is insane. I'm like, where the heck's the lightning at? Yeah, that's our weird weather down here.
Your car is probably hotter than Satan's front porch.
Yes. Especially this time of year.
Steering wheel, molten lava. Seatbelt, cuts your thigh like it's trying to brand you. Sunglasses fog up inside your house.
I hate this so darn much. I'll leave my house, go outside, sunglasses fog up.
I have a fix for that. I'll share it with you later.
Ah, okay. Because I'm like, man, that's freaking annoying. When the beach cops come flying down the sand on Jeeps, getting everyone off the beach due to a fast-moving storm, believe them, run to your car and haul ass away. Yes, you do not want to be out there. Okay. You so do not want to be out there when that happens. Blame all the crazy Florida man stories they hear on the news. Oh yeah, I believe it. Didn't we did an episode where these guys over in Germany were talking about Florida man.
Yep.
It's the sunshine laws, folks. Stuff gets put out there without any context, you know. So that's how it works. Do you have to drive in the summer with gloves so the steering wheel doesn't sear your hands? Yeah, you might want to have oven mitts, but usually I just remote start the car or do it old school, pop open the doors, start the car, and then nobody goes in there for about 5 minutes.
Or leave a towel in the car. You can always drape it over to drive as, you know.
That's true. That's
Again,
true.
that's why I went with ceramic windshield. Ceramic, and it doesn't.
It's wonderful.
It doesn't let your steering wheel get that hot. It really helps. It ain't cheap, but it's worth it.
It's worth it. I mean, when I was a college student and broke, it was so hot my rearview mirror dropped off.
We think that happened with the Mrs. back window. Was it the
Dude,
heat?
I'm telling you, that was heat related.
Yeah, they just shattered it. So
yeah. Tourist reactions when the double booms of the shuttle when it used to land at Kennedy. Yeah. Did it? What was that? Then I got used to it. I'd sleep through that. It's like shuttle's back.
I still get the ring alarms in town with people on the neighbor app, and they're all like, "Did anybody hear those big booms? What blew up?" SpaceX just landed again. Relax.
Yeah, it happened. It's not like you were, at the 3-mile perimeter, and then once the shuttle clears, everybody's car alarms were going off. Like, man.
And the sun doesn't just burn you, it'll betrays you. You ain't tan, you're medium rare with a side of melanoma. SPF 30 is just lotion with false hope.
with a side of melanoma, jeez.
Hey, Matt G, I see you.
Out-of-staters be like, "Oh, I love the heat." Cool, Karen. Tell that to your thighs after your first 8 minutes in jean shorts.
Yeah. Those cute short shorts and skirts look nice. Try walking around in the heat with those. See how that works out for you.
You can for 10 minutes.
It's too funny. I see you at the parks. I see you.
And let's not forget hurricane season, which runs from June to God help us.
That's so darn true. Ian hit, I think, like after official hurricane season, and that was nuts.
Yeah, they can. They can even start in January.
Yeah.
For the next season. So
yeah.
Wilma was 2004, and that was like near Halloween, and that was in October. And I think that's the year they went into the Greek alphabet because they went so far through.
Oh,
I tell people, it's like, listen, when you can tell what Mother Nature to do what it wants to do, then talk to me. Other than that, storm are going to storm when it's going to storm. That's it.
Yep. Super short shorts. Yeah. There was a time when I did that, but I was really young, and then found out otherwise. Or you wind up wearing pantyhose, which is not fun to try and do. So, just saying. Yep, linen, cotton, rayon those are your best friends when it comes to fabric in the summer. And yeah, 3 seasons in Florida: summer, hurricane, and January.
Yep.
You know it's serious when Jim Cantori shows up in your zip code. God bless the great state of Florida.
Yes.
John Cantori.
Good.
That and when the Waffle House closes.
It's bad.
Yeah.
The Waffle House, they don't close for anything. When the Waffle House is still open, you're okay. But when the Waffle House closes, bad
Be
weather.
prepared. Yep.
Yes, bad time.
Florida.
Yep. and that's
Either that
Florida.
or their generator blew up and they're not risking the food.
Oh man. Well, folks, we are going to move on over to our main topic. So let's see, what is the poll at so far? So the question that I asked was, where did Mary marry William Brickell? And choices are Florida, England, Massachusetts, and Australia. So we are going to go ahead and kick it off. Over 115 of you folks watching. So thank you so very much. Coming to us from Fort Lauderdale Magazine, the woman who saw the future. Fort Lauderdale was not yet a town, and what would become Miami barely existed. Mary Brickell, but sorry, go ahead.
I can't get my head around that area without buildings.
Lauderdale?
The whole, Miami, I can't get it rural. Just like a single building here that I just can't get my head around it.
No, because we've never known that area of Florida without the tall buildings, without all the gorgeous glass and everything that's there. Especially if you watched Miami Vice, like a lot of us did, and you see like all that gorgeous glass buildings and down in Miami. I've never known Miami to not be as built up as it is. It's like I've never known Orlando to not be. I mean, it's built up more now, but I've never known it without Disney, like ever. As far as I know, I never have. But to kind of level set for people, so here's where we are. At least here's where I am. Okay, Central Florida. Going down here, that's Lake Okeechobee. This is I-95, which goes all the way up to Cape Cod. And frankly, without it, Walt would not have gotten the Northeasterners down here to visit Walt Disney World, which was his plan. Let's see. Sorry, I went a little too far. Boca Raton. That's where a lot of my friends' grandparents used to retire to. So, okay, here's Boca, aka Rat Mouth. So here we go. This is Miami Beach. See all this strip of stuff over here to the right? And over here to the left is Miami proper. Well, I have relatives who live in Hialeah, Miami Shores, there's Little Haiti. But right down here, you will notice, where's Brickell? Where's Brickell Island? Brickell Key. See, there's right there. Brickell Key, right there. The entrance of the Miami River. So I can see it right there. So just to give you guys some idea of what we're talking about, that's exactly where excuse me, where we're talking about. So yeah, Fort Lauderdale was not yet a town, and what would become Miami barely existed. But Mary Brickell saw the potential for her own vast land holdings as the rest of the area, if only the train would come through. Now, remember last week we talked about Julia Tuttle and how she convinced Henry Flagler to continue his railroad line from Palm Beach. For those of you who don't know, Mar-a-Lago's up that way, to extend it further south into Miami. She basically sent him a care package of oranges and orange blossoms, basically convinced Henry Flagler, guess what? Down here, we still have our orange groves and everything. So that convinced Henry Flagler. If you go up the map with the river, you'll see Sable Canal. Okay, let me go back up here. Let's see. You go up the map with the river. Okay, here we go. Do I need to go further, Nita? Or did I miss it? Nita's a descendant of the Seybold family, so that's why I asked. I think I probably went too far. But yeah, there's the Miami River. Right there. Go further. Oh, okay. Okay. Go further. Go further. You know what? Maybe this is what I need to do. Maybe I need, there you go. Do that. There we go. Right there, right off the Miami River. There it is. So if we zoom out, there's the Miami River, and right a tributary up that way, there's the Seybold Canal. There you go. You were just on it. Yeah, and then I'm like, maybe I should actually search, do a little bit better. But yeah, I had to found that. So let's see. Last week again, we talked about Julia Tuttle. But it actually turns out that Julia Tuttle, while she did convince Henry Flagler, actually someone else convinced Henry Flagler first. So here it says, we bestowed the title of Father of Fort Lauderdale on Frank Stranahan deservedly. He was a towering figure early in our history. But the home he built still stands, as a museum on the New River, where he operated the post office, ferry, and trading post beginning in 1893. But if Stranahan was the father, we might say that it was Mary Brickell, a shrewd landowner who never lived here, who midwifed the city to be. It was she who helped persuade Henry Morrison Flagler to extend his Florida East Coast Railway south of Palm Beach. Now, to back up a little bit to remind people, remember last week I showed you guys that advertisement that I think was in the Jacksonville newspaper, convincing people from New England to invest in the railroad there in Jacksonville. And there was actually a satellite office in Jacksonville and one in I think in Boston, to convince Northerners to come down. The weather is great, especially for people with not so great constitutions, to move down here. There's fertile land, all that other stuff that was going on. So you had a lot of carpetbaggers that were coming down here at the same time. So it was she who helped persuade Henry Morrison Flagler and the fertile land she invested in along the New River, 100 acres, which she gifted to him for railroad access, that prompted him to establish a station here. You know the point of the Riverwalk just north of the rail bridge when you walk over the tracks? That was the site of the old railway stop. So why was that stop so important? In the days before the automobile, it brought hundreds of people heading down from the north and sent freight cars full of vegetables harvested from farms here. In short, the railroad brought growth and development. By 1916, we were one of the top vegetable producing areas in the country. So my grandfather used to work for the railroad after he was honorably discharged from the Army. That railway corridor between Miami and, let's say, DC, Philadelphia, and New York, that was like a major artery of moving like fresh produce from the south, from Florida, especially in the winter when we couldn't get produce from, like, say, Pennsylvania or New Jersey because it was the wintertime. You get all that stuff coming up there, and you'd get a bunch of tourists, especially very well-to-do tourists, taking the train. And this was a time when pretty much the very, very well-off were the only people who could afford cars. But people could pretty much save up and travel by rail to get to where they wanted to go. So that's why that was so important. So basically, just who was Mary Brickell? Born Mary Bulmer in Yorkshire, England.
Ooh.
Yorkshire, England. I know exactly where that is.
I voted wrong.
You what?
I voted wrong.
You voted wrong. It's okay. A lot of people voted wrong. You're not. It blew my mind when I found this out. So she met and married William Brickell in his native Australia. Now, I do not believe that he was native to Australia, if from what I've read from one of the Brickell descendants is true. William Brickell is actually from Ohio, which would make sense because William Brickell was friends with Henry Flagler as well through Standard Oil. They're all connected. They're all connected up there together. And as a matter of fact, William Brickell and his wife Mary actually lived in D.C. during the Civil War. Apparently, he was an advisor to Lincoln. But anyway, got ahead of myself. During the Civil War, they lived for a short time at the Lincoln White House, where William worked as an aide to the president. In 1868, they purchased large chunks of South Florida land, and in 1871, built a trading post and home on the south bank of the Miami River. So, when you usually see shots of Miami and you see the Miami River and all that, right about there. And in addition to the new river land they purchased, they held a tract of land that went from this trading post to Coconut Grove. I know where Coconut Grove is. There they raised 5 girls and 3 boys. So Mary worked with Julia Tuttle, a Dade County landowner from Cleveland, to try and persuade Flagler to extend his railroad line south. At that time, there was just one primitive road coming down from Lantana. Wow. Lantana to Lemon City, a Miami area community that predated the city of Miami. But the railroad and resort magnate, once a partner with John D. Rockefeller in Standard Oil, declined their proposals. But like we talked about last week, 1895, devastating frost north of the state. My third great-grandfather, basically his orange grove got wiped out. A lot of people did. Who had orange groves in Alachua County, totally wiped out. So the 2 women pointed out to Flagler that all the South Florida crops survived. It wasn't called Lemon City for nothing. So I'm actually, let's see, hold on. There's something else I wanted to go over. Oh, let me finish here. So let's see. Tuttle offered him hundreds of acres for a Miami Route station. And with Mary's New River offer also on the table, Flagler finally was persuaded. So it wasn't just the fruit that Julia Tuttle had sent Henry Flagler. It was also that land that they could get a hold of as well. So the tycoon famously wrote he didn't expect to build up a town at New River, but I think it's good farming land. And that's the thing, given this time period, farming, it wasn't like, how would I say it? Farming wasn't as industrialized as it is now. Right now you can have one person with enough machinery to basically do what it would take 100 people to do just 50 years ago. Just with the technology.
True.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing how our farming industry has just exploded with productivity. So while William Brickell and the pioneering Tuttle were named as co-founders of the city of Miami when it was incorporated, it was Mary Brickell who handled the family ventures. Her reputation over the years was one of both a straight-laced business person and a woman with a generous and kind nature. She provided loans to people who didn't drink and extended that service to Blacks and Seminoles during a time of rampant bigotry. And I think a lot of that had to do with the fact that Mary Brickell, she was born in England. She was born in England and moved to Australia which is where she married William Brickell. William Brickell went to follow the gold rush. There was a gold rush, of course, that was out in California, but there was also a gold rush that was in Australia. And that's where William Brickell went. So I'll let y'all watch this right here. It's actually very good. Summarize kind of what I was talking about. Check it out. Well,
these names: Brickell, Julia Tuttle, Henry Flagler. Now, there are more than just street names here. They are real people, all critical to the birth of the city of Miami.
And Julia Tuttle has long been considered the mother of Miami, but is she the only one? CBS News Miami's Hank Tester explains why some scholars think Mary Brickell deserves as much credit for the Magic City.
The legend that has almost become fact. Julia Tuttle, mother of Miami, first woman to found a major American city. Julia has a causeway named for her, a statue in Miami's Bayfront Park. In all the history books she is, but could Miami have another mother, a co-mother?
There's an overwhelming amount of evidence that Mary was a main big shaker in the birth of the city.
Mary, as in Mary Brickell. That's the take of Cesar Becerra, historian, lecturer, author of the book Making Mary Brickell's Case.
You cannot remove Mary from telling the birth story of Miami.
And on this day, Mary Brickell's great-granddaughter speaking during a lecture series at the University of Miami.
I have nothing against Julia Tuttle, but I think Mary's vision and work during her lifetime far exceeded anything that Julia Tuttle did.
Mary Brickell, English-born, Australian-reared, met and married American entrepreneur William Brickell in a small and rough and tumble Australian gold rush town. That's where William Brickell built and owned a hotel, built a bridge, developed several businesses, Mary at his side.
I think that was like boot camp for Miami.
The Brickels arrived at the mouth of the Miami.
I just want to stop here. That makes sense. I mean, literally a boot camp for how life was going to be in Miami. Pretty much, if you look at the map, it's kind of like opposite, because Australia, their seasons are opposite of those of us on this side of the hemisphere. But the fact that she was raised in Australia, used to hot weather, used to dealing with land that needed to be cleared, especially with those kind of temperatures and everything. Very surprising. I did not know that that's where she was actually born and raised. I thought that she was like a northerner.
I'm learning, so I'm just taking it all in.
Oh, Caesar? Nita? Yeah, I'm very impressed with what I've read of what he's put out there. So I've had to put him on my short list. He's so much history with what's going on. Yeah, Florida's nothing. Sorry, Florida was not. Yeah, the weather's the same. Australia almost entirely peopled with criminals. That's where we have stuff in common, okay?
Yep.
England used
Absolutely.
to send us convicts too. That's probably why, again, a lot of stories in Florida and a lot of stories from Queensland sound alike. And Queensland is actually their motto is the Sunshine State. In Australia. Yeah. If you want to laugh about Queensland, go watch the show Bluey. The healers are from Queensland, and it makes a lot of freaking sense. Not far from the truth. Australia was a penal colony. Yeah. Like I keep saying, Europe dumped their undesirables over here. Go look up an essay from Ben Franklin, although I think it was under his pen name of Little Richard, in this book called Fart Proudly, where he basically read the riot act to King George about how dare they dump all their criminals over here in the colonies, threatening the good people who were over here. It was, yeah. Read that now, and it sounds very familiar. I'm just saying, it does prove your ability to sign. True. Georgia was partly a penal colony at one point in the 1600s. Yeah, nobody wanted to go there. No one wanted to go south of Cape Hatteras. Let's put it that much. South Carolina, nobody really wanted to go there for the most part.
They all like the cold.
Mm-mm. They didn't want to go there. Yeah. That's why it was so hard getting South Carolina to sign the Declaration of Independence, because South Carolina and Georgia was so hot, mostly South Carolina, because South Carolina, they did a lot of trade with the Caribbean. It was so hot there and nasty. British subjects didn't want to go there. So the Crown, for the most part, pretty much left them alone. Yeah, interesting. Go back and read about the whole thing with the Continental Congress and just how much of a pain in the ass South Carolina was, and Jefferson's writings about that point in time. Usually the three holdouts were South Carolina, Virginia, and there was one more that I can't remember. They sent convicts to Australia after the U.S. broke from the empire and said, "Don't do that no more." Well, yeah, actually, in two parts with what happened. First, you had the 13 rebelling colonies. Remember, British East Florida and British West Florida were the 14th and the 15th colonies. They did not rebel against the crown. As a matter of fact, in St. Augustine, they were burning effigies of Sam Adams, Ben Franklin, and a whole bunch of them, because they did not want to rebel against the crown. So what did they get in exchange for the Patriots winning the Revolutionary War? Spaniards got to claim Florida back. Yeah. Yep, but for 20 years after the 7 Years' War, when Britain got Florida from Spain, Britain was sending their convicts there to Florida too. So it's very, very interesting. Very interesting.
River in 1871, after acquiring over 2,000 acres of land along the Miami River and another parcel along the New River in Fort Lauderdale. That was on the south side of Miami River that the Brickells established.
First post office, the first bank, the first
Look
store.
at that.
The revision story is the railroad baron always had designs on taking the railroad to Miami and beyond, but he needed land for the right-of-way. Mary and William had plenty of it.
And that's another point I'm going to bring up when it comes to right-of-ways for railways, because from Jacksonville down through Putnam County to Gainesville in Alachua County. Okay, there's actually records. I think some of my relatives, a couple of other ones, they had to deeded over their land to the railroad company in order to give passage.
Part of that, right? That
Which
was
one?
the start of that back there, eminent domain.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there's a lot of records. If you go to the Alachua County clerk, actually, you go there and you go to the ancient records, you can see all of the land sales and agreements that people were making with the railroad company. My third great grandfather made a lot of those too, because he had a ton of land that he sold in order for them to, build the railway through there. But that, where Alachua County is, that became like another spoke. So we'll say like years ago, when my Nana was talking about the trains and everything, her sisters from Miami would take the train from Miami to Gainesville, or to, believe it or not, Palatka had a railroad stop too.
Yeah.
It's like one little hut. That thing.
Oh, I've been in that train station a few times. Yep.
I thought train station. All right, I'm thinking 30th Street Station in Philadelphia, where it's like huge and it's like gorgeous, and I'm just like, this is a darn shack. Did we miss the train station? Where is it? That was crazy. But that's true. The railroads were the lifeblood of commerce, travel, all of that. And a town could be made or broken by if the train would come through that area or not.
In Flagler's way it was. Well, so did Julia Tuttle. He needed to deal with both the Brickells and the Tuttles. A Flagler agent.
He brought 2 contracts, one from Julia Tuttle and one from William and Mary Brickell. Flagler signs with the Brickels 4 months before he signs with Julia.
It was Mary who did the business deals, the negotiations, as Williams had put all the property in her name.
She really had a vision, and more than a vision, she actually made it work. And that's pretty impressive.
1898. Sadly, Julia Tuttle dies 6 years after reaching Miami, 2 years after Flagler's railroad arrives. Mary lives for another 24 years. The Brickell land south of the Miami River becomes Millionaire's Row, fabulous mansions, now the site of Miami's Brickell Financial Center.
And that's the picture you'll see the most when people put up photos or video of Miami. You'll see this whole area here.
Mary inspires Brickell Hammock, which attracts huge crowds of buyers. We know the development today as the Roads.
I think that she was a person who was a woman who was totally focused on making Miami into a wonderful place.
A small monument to Mary Brickell in the heart of Brickell. The hope of Caesar Becerra and B. Brickell is that Mary will receive equal billing as the co-mother, founder of the city of Miami. I'm Hank Tester, CBS News, Miami.
Was that a yellow Lambo that went by?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, look like it.
It could have, go back a little bit, I'll tell you. It was a Lambo or a McLaren.
Right there.
Looks like a McLaren.
Like a McLaren. Okay. Okay. I'm like, cool car.
Yeah.
Darth Plato says, let's watch more of the Anchor. Oh, y'all just love the Anchor. I'm not hating. She looks gorgeous.
Both extraordinary women.
More heat. Now, over the next few days.
But yeah, I see a yellow dress. Y'all just love the Anchor. Okay. I'm not hating. She looks gorgeous. She looks absolutely gorgeous. You know, so if you go to that area of Miami, of course, last structure from a founding Brickell family member still standing a century later. So that's like one of the mausoleums that's right there.
That picture just looks crooked. They could have did a better shot.
Yeah, I know. I'm just like, did you check the
I thought you were looking at that attraction in Orlando.
And Wonderworks, the one that's upside down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, really?
Yeah.
You know, what's interesting is all through Florida, we've got situations like this where we've got stuff named, and it's like named for people many, many years ago, like Napoleon Broward here in Jacksonville for the Danes Point Bridge and a lot of the other buildings. The history, like with these buildings, is just amazing. You have to sort of wonder, who are these people attached to these modern buildings?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just fascinating. Mm-hmm. Photographer trying to be creative. Yeah,
yep. He failed, Nita.
I guess he did.
They failed.
Like a Dutch
hard judge.
Yeah, there's so much amazing architecture that's in the state. A good percentage of it. One, an influx of a lot of northern money, especially, the carpetbaggers, I won't call all, they're carpetbaggers. I won't really say they were carpetbaggers. Some of them like came and they stayed. Like they were in it for the long haul. They were not trying to go back to where, to where they came from. They actually wanted to make a living and put down roots in the state. There's so much gorgeous architecture that is like everywhere. Like, for example, even just going to Winter Park, and I got to go back up there because I want to visit the Lightner Museum to see just all of this amazing architecture there that's built. There's so much cool architecture in this state. I would say my first exposure to it was a house that my godmother bought in I want to say in downtown Jacksonville. It's in the historical district. And I think the house was built well, it's not an antebellum house. I think it was built between like 1890 and I would say 1910. And it is gorgeous. It's got Greek columns in it. It's got like these beautiful shutters and just a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous house. Love the Lightner Museum. Yeah, it is absolutely beautiful, beautiful there. Low development areas were rich in opportunities. Mexico experienced that before the South did post-Civil War. Yeah, and again, with Florida, I shouldn't call it flyover country. We'll call it the Thunderdome, aka the I-4 between Daytona Beach and Tampa. Like anything east of Tampa, no one really cared about unless it was, Jacksonville. Then of course, you had University of Florida that was in Gainesville, and Miami to the south. That was like it for the most part. But with all of this development that started to happen, lots of opportunity that happened. There's some places where there was nothing. I mean, when I say nothing, I mean nothing. Nothing around.
Nothing.
No infrastructure. My third great grandmother, bless her heart, the masshole that she was, frequently wrote back to her relatives in Orleans, Massachusetts, deploring the state of how primitive it was living. It wasn't called Waldo at the time, but that, there's running near Gainesville. Just how awful. There's no infrastructure. The schools were crap.
Were?
Yeah. No, if you think it's bad now, well, no, it was probably better then, because what happened was they brought a lot of during Reconstruction, you had a lot of teachers from the North who came down and opened up freedmen's schools to teach former slaves how to read and write. They weren't really received very well by, we'll say, the Southern white population at the time. But given what was going on with the Civil War, you can see why. But because of that, they had a whole lot of teachers that came down to like educate folks. Like the education was bad, facilities were bad. That was just awful. It was like literally the backwater. So she complained about that frequently. But even though she complained about it, there was a concerted effort to build up that area, which is why Gainesville is the way that it is now. Let's see. Well, I'm glad you are learning. There's a lot that people didn't know. Hey, Phoenix Knight, good to see you. And yes, Waldo, was a big speed trap. Yeah, they had to disband that police department. They were so darn bad. They were awful. Well, that is that. So before we wrap up, I promised that I was gonna share this video. Thanks to Soul Assassin. Again, this is another example of when folks come here from other countries, they hear stuff about Florida, and they come here and visit and experience what it's like to actually interact with Southerners. For some reason, and we all know why that is, want to paint Southerners as all racist, and that, here in the South, it's just racist this, racist that, blah, 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 blah. I will tell you this much. More people tend to get along in the South than they do up north. And I can say that actually from experience. So when I would have, like, say, northern classmates who would shoot off crap about the South, I'm just like, have you been there? Okay, so you don't know what the hell you're talking about, right? You do. You really don't.
But that's a long-running thing down here, It's like everybody points down there has not been able to get along when most times we get along better than anybody else anywhere else in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when we deal with the extremities that we have down here and weather, we just stop caring about everything else.
Yeah.
Everything's bad and everything's miserable.
Everything's trying to kill you. You all got to get along.
You all have to get along. And one of the most amazing things that I've seen is people who will come and visit from other countries, and for the most part will just enjoy being here. It's like once they run into like Southern hospitality, they're just like, oh my gosh, I have to go back. But yeah, is this the deep South they warned us about? Check us out.
Have a really nice boat. First time I've ever seen that.
Oh wait, sorry, I'm gonna get this up. This is too funny.
Have a really nice boat. First time I've ever seen that.
Is he Scottish?
The UK. I came here looking for an alligator. I've never seen one before.
Really?
Gee.
You don't mind?
The music, y'all.
All right. Here we go. Okay. Thank you. Texas vodka.
And they're all out in the water with the gators.
Yeah.
I've never shot a gun in my life.
What? You want to?
He's doing the lean back too. My God.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Want to drink that water, dude?
I like this boat. This boat's real nice. The thing about this boat is the owner of this boat picked two strangers up and took us for the experience. And he filled the bottle up with bullets. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you all. Thank you. This has been one of the most amazing days of our lives. These are some of the greatest people in the world.
That is too darn freaking. I love it. I absolutely love it. It is hilarious. And you will find so many videos on YouTube of folks from other countries, or more specifically, like a lot of people from like European countries, who will come over here and they're just like, or they'll look at videos of stuff from Florida and they're just like, I want to do that, X, Y, and Z. I can't wait. And videos of people who were just like, you know what, this is what they told us that America was like. This is what our media told us America was like. But we went there and what we experienced was something totally different. You know, it's like something that I remember back in the day, God rest her soul, when she was alive. I think when Charles and Diana came to visit the United States on one of their official visits, and she was talking about just how eager Americans seem to want to make people feel at home. You know, they kind of want to share things, but to be fair, I run into some Canadians and Australians who are the same way. Yeah, come here, try this, you know, do this, try that out. But for America, for some reason, well, we know why it is that they try to make it seem like America is just this completely divided racist place, especially if you look on, social media and stuff like that. That's not real life.
Nope, not at all.
As evidenced by
true.
this, by this panel, it's not real life. So that's one of the reasons why I love doing this show. There's a reason why Florida is so popular. We have so many people from all over the world who visit, and frankly, go to Gatorland pretty much any day in the summer. And it seems like most of the people they're visiting are from Europe, and a crazy amount of folks from Ireland. I'm so kidding.
Ireland. Oh, there you go.
It is hilarious. Firing guns in the South. I need to move there soon. Oh, yeah, we do that here.
I might have a few.
Yeah.
100.
Yeah, you can drive around and see stores that say, guns and ammo, and the sign outside that says boiled pea dash nuts.
Those are the best kind of stores. When you have boiled peanuts and everything else.
Yeah.
Especially if they're in a pharmacy. But there's one-stop shopping.
There's a racket behind that, the Reina Creole. Oh, there is. Oh, there is. Oh, why not? It's great down here. It truly is great down here. And I'm saying that as someone who's actually been to several European countries. I really have been to quite a few. I've had a good amount of hospitality, but it's different. I mean, I met people who they were just like, yeah, I went to America, came back. I was not the same. I was not the same after that. Actually, New Jersey gets a bum rap too. Yeah, they do.
Wait. No, depends what part of New Jersey.
Yeah. So, see, I can get along with like South Jersey folks because you grew up, especially in Philadelphia, you grow up going to like the shore, South Jersey shore, they're pretty cool. Northern Jersey, I'm kind of like, no, that's okay.
Hey.
That's okay.
Where am I from, Lorena? What part of New Jersey? All over the dang state.
Which exit? That's the joke.
Yeah, which exit?
I'm from New Jersey. What exit?
I happen to live in a place where we didn't have one.
That's strange.
Yep, I'm a rarity.
That is very, 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 very strange. Or Switzerland. I have not been to Switzerland. I've been to the UK 3 times. I've been to Germany 3 times. Southern Germany, like near Nuremberg, Black Forest, Bavaria. Been down that way. And let's see, and I've been to Canada, British Columbia, actually. So I've been there. Oh, and of course the Bahamas. For some reason, I keep forgetting to count the fact that probably because I didn't get off the boat in Nassau, and for very good reason, I did not get off the boat in Nassau. I waited till we got to the private island. I have a personal thing. The only Caribbean islands I want to visit are those whose economies are based on banking. They tend to be the better quality islands, like Cayman Islands, Barbados, stuff like that. Those kind of islands. No disrespect to Jamaica, because Lord knows I got ancestry from there. But yeah, there's some parts of Jamaica I'm not going to. All right, no. Not happening. Yep. Not happening. There's some parts of Haiti I'm not going to, okay? I'm not. I'm going to the Dominican Republic, going to the other side of the island. I'm not going there. Yeah, Grand Cayman is nice. I wanted to go on a cruise to visit the Cayman Islands, because I guess with the Cayman Islands, the water port isn't deep enough, so you actually have to tender from the cruise ship to the islands proper, which I thought that'd be really cool. I thought that'd be really cool to do that. Bavaria is the most beautiful part of Germany. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Germany, the Black Forest. Bavaria was absolutely gorgeous. I saw, oh my gosh, I was in a church that was like over 1,000 years old. Beautiful architecture. That Christmas market in Nuremberg, don't tell them you're American. They will give you drink samples to make you drink glue wine. That's all I'm going to say. And yes, they make
That
the
stuff is
same
good.
kind. That stuff is so good. I was seeing triple. And they're telling me how they'll securely pack my stuff to get it through security. I didn't have the heart to tell them that a lot of the glass ornaments that they were selling, we have that same tradition in Pennsylvania, like the same German glass blowing ornament shops they have over there. They actually had them in Pennsylvania as well, because that's like a big thing. It was kind of crazy, but yeah, I made sure I got myself a nutcracker crafted in Germany, not China, crafted in Germany. You are very welcome. D Nice Gamer, good to see you. Good to see you as well. Oh, here's the thing about the Titanic, and I'm glad you actually brought that up. Do you know why the Titanic sunk? Besides hitting the iceberg. Okay. There's a reason why cruise ships are a lot safer. They learned lessons from the Titanic. The Titanic took on so much water, there weren't ways to lock the water out. So that's what happened. All that water they couldn't like block off certain areas or right back off the ship, which is why it like literally did this, then went up in the air and then started sinking down. Yeah, that's why. Go to the safety muster. Do that. If not, you're gonna have the same experience that folks did on that cruise on the Titanic. Go watch that thing on Netflix. Carnival is like the Section 8 cruise line. I kid you not. I will not apologize for that.
Well, I want to do a Carnival cruise, but I want to go for a Fight Club.
Take your pick.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
That's like going to the Waffle House or Fight Club.
Jeez,
yeah.
Have you seen that? Have you seen that meme of like was it Goku or Vegeta, where she's standing in front of a Waffle House and said, "I've come here. I've heard the best fighters are to be found here," and next thing you know, dude was like out of that. Oh my gosh. A lot of German traditions are coming to America now. They had the first Krampus parade in my city last year. Yeah, if you live in an area I'm spoiled because in Pennsylvania, they've had German immigrants there ever since the colonial times. That's why it was like a big deal if you were an American speaking German for like 300 years. And a lot of that stuff, yeah, I'm used to hearing about Krampus, all of that. So it's good to see, folks. You need to be proud of where you come from, proud of your heritage, where you come from, especially when it comes to this country, because no other country, and I mean this, especially after visiting other countries, no country is like this, where everybody comes and you've got all of it together. And people can appreciate it. You know, it's really something else. You know, a lot of folks talk crap about America till a natural disaster hits, and then you want our money. Just the same. My husband's family are from Nuremberg, and I want to get to the Christmas market there someday. Sam, the Christmas market in Nuremberg is insane. Hopefully it's still the way that it used to be. It is gorgeous. It is amazing. I
want to go to Nuremberg for another reason.
What's that? I probably know what it is. Which one?
The racetrack, the testing grounds. That's why. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. I was on the Autobahn, and they do have sections of the Autobahn that have a speed limit, I guess because of congestion. But I saw some cars, and I'm just like, you can go that fast? Really?
Fast as the car can go.
Yeah, and some
Just
of
don't stay in
them.
that left lane.
No, no. Oh, no. Don't do that there. Don't even do that there. Oh, when the aliens come, we'll send our best Waffle House fighters.
Yes. There's all
fun.
kinds of YouTube videos out there on Waffle House, especially the overnight hours.
Yeah, the Waffle House beatdown. That's for sure. Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, I talk a lot of crap about Disney, but their cruise line is on point. The only cruise line more beautiful than that is Norwegian Cruise Line. If you've ever seen a Norwegian Cruise Line ship, gorgeous. And there's so much glass.
Glass everywhere.
So much glass everywhere. It is absolutely gorgeous, freaking gorgeous. But yeah, the Disney Cruise Line, I did enjoy my trip. I enjoyed it more than being in the parks. For the most part, I did. And yes, Pennsylvania Dutch, people think they're Dutch, but they're not. Pennsylvania Deutsch, as in Pennsylvania German. Yes. Ever watched the movie Witness? They didn't really want to be out there among the English. Not that a lot of them separated. You had a certain sect, because that's what the Pennsylvania Deutsch are, Pennsylvania Dutch. They're actually a sect. So they didn't really want to live among the Germans who lived in Germantown, part of Philadelphia. A lot of interesting stuff. Well, folks, it's time for us to wrap up the show. As always, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for being here and allowing us to share a lot of history and fun and all of that with all of you. Over 150 of you have been watching here between YouTube and X. Yes. So if you're over there on X, please do heart the stream, retweet the stream. Consider coming over to YouTube, subscribing to my channel and hitting that like button. Also subscribing to these folks as well on the panel. So Tom F., what you got going on? Where can people find you, my dear?
Swinging this stupid thing around. I hit myself in the head with it the other day. Don't ask.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was crawling to desk and I had it podged kind of stuck wrong, and well, yeah, duh. But I'll be doing some rocket stuff, hopefully, if they launch them. Delayed again.
Launch scrub.
Yep. Trying to do some car shows and some other things, maybe. And I'm trying to catch up with you too, so and do things. And I show up on Dad Man channel.
Yep.
Show up on. I might be doing park streamers tomorrow night.
Oh, nice.
They're doing the guitar giveaway that I built.
Ooh, you don't want to miss that. Do not want to miss that.
No.
Do not want to miss that. Wow.
That's about it.
Oh, that's so cool, Sam. Dad Man, where can people find you and what do you have coming up?
Well, Dadman Walking 55, both on X, Twitch, and YouTube. So same place to find me when we go live. Also, make sure you're subscribed, because YouTube does like to not send the notifications out for whatever reason on the channel. But hey, we're up to 731. We only need 19 more for a 750 subscriber party. So we're getting there. On Tuesday night, I'll be with JT Kirk talking sports leading up to the start of college football in a couple weeks. And Wednesday, I may be over on King Dolphin TV, and I may be doing my Wednesday night show. Mrs. and I are having to flip nights because of my mom's situation of being with her. Normally, I would be Thursday. I got a Thursday with Alaska Jeff where we're talking Bigfoot. So I got to figure out what we're doing here this week. But just, get the notifications and follow me on Twitter to see when I go live next time. Thank you. And always a blast to be here with Reina. Thank you.
Oh, well, thank you. You just reminded me I probably need to start back streaming to Twitch. I haven't
Yeah.
streamed the Twitch in like the longest time. Now that I'm
Yeah.
getting back in the game, and maybe I need to go back to streaming on Twitch. But let's see. As for your girl, I always have to ask what day is it? I'm kind of taking a break from doing weekday streams. Camera Girl has about another week and a half before she has to go back to college, so we're doing a whole bunch of stuff around the house. But I will see. Well, you members, I will see you on Friday. Going to be doing a special live stream from the Universal Orlando annual pass holder night event. Islands of Adventure will be exclusively for pass holders from, I think, 7 p.m. until 11 p.m. There's all kinds of great stuff that they have set up. There's a thank you to pass holders. So we'll take some time checking out parts of the events. You guys can see how a theme park should treat their pass holders. So we've got that going on Friday. Saturday at 12 noon, of course, Resort Recon Live podcast. We are going to be talking about our favorite thing, which is theme park food. Disney has released their foodie guide. So we're going to be going through that for Halloween. And I'll also point out how you do not have to go to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party to get to try some of the Halloween goodies that they've got going on. So I love the specialized food event. So we're going to be talking about that and also giving you guys some tips and tricks if you're going to be attending Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. I think the first night is, I think it's actually this Friday. I wish Dan's Life at the Kingdom was in the chat because I believe he is going. If I do go to the Halloween party this year, it's probably going to be when the weather is much cooler. I've been there opening night, aka vlogger night, aka it's Satan's waiting room with the heat and humidity, and it is not fun. It is not fun. So I've done it enough where I've got plenty of footage, so I can give you guys some tips for that. Saturday at 8 p.m. watch party for one of my favorite martial arts movies, and that will be Kung Fu Hustle. You do not want to miss that.
I'm gonna miss it.
You're gonna miss it? Oh man.
Yeah, I missed that. We got my brother-in-law's birthday is next Saturday night. We're having a birthday party for him.
Oh, okay. No worries.
Oh.
No worries. Bob is on at Disneyland DCA.
Very place.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's there now. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a mod there too. You know that.
Yeah. I mean, with Disneyland, the weather is when the sun goes down, the temperature actually drops. Here, when the sun goes down in the summer, it's still friggin' hot.
it's still sunny there. I'm jealous, sort of.
Yeah, I know it is. Well, it's like what 6:47 out there. So yeah, they've got some time. So that is that Saturday. Sunday, of course, welcome to Florida, 8 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be talking about Florida being the Australia of the United States in the way of all the ways this state is trying to kill you. Yeah.
Yep, that's fair. I've heard it described that way too, especially Queensland.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. If you ever watched the one episode of Bluey, I forget which one it was, where some kid they were talking about how some animal like disappeared, somebody's pet disappeared, and one of the kids said maybe a snake ate it. I'm like, yeah, Florida kid would say that.
Snake or a gator, yeah.
Yeah, snake or a gator. It's perfect.
Bobcat.
I
would tell my father. He was like, "Oh, I can let my little dog in your backyard. His little dog is like the size of your hand."
Oh,
okay?
Shoot. No.
I'm like, "Pop, you got to stay after the dog. Why?"
Yeah.
He said, "We have birds of prey here. We got eagles."
Oh,
right over
eagles, osprey.
Yeah, osprey.
Some of the hawks, if they're like migrating, because for the longest time, I'm forgetting what the heck name of it was. It was like a juvenile. I'd never seen this bird before. I knew it was a raptor. I knew it was a hunting type of bird. Was basically waiting out this squirrel in a tree. It was just literally, nah, yeah, you got to come down here sometime. And then my neighbor said, yeah, one of them flew by and snatched a squirrel out of the palm tree.
Jeez.
My dad was like, I don't believe it. I'm like, Dad, you have a 4-pound little Yorkie. It's cute. It's lunch for anything that moves down here.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're all looking. We live somewhere where, birds will walk in front of your car, they'll fly in front of your car.
Egrets.
Or if it was a sandhill crane, because they're jerks because they're on the endangered list, they will walk right in front of you and dare you to run them over.
Did you see the two on my video at that car show? Did I show you that? I got to show you that clip.
Yeah, you'll have to show that
I'll
to
send
you
it to you.
because Camera Girls College they have. Oh, you think campus squirrels are bad?
Yeah.
They got campus sandhill cranes.
Oh gosh, wow.
Yes, they do, and they walk around like you're supposed to give them tribute before you go.
Yeah.
We do.
Yep.
We have crazy wildlife down here. I tell you, it's nuts. It's nuts. Well, you guys are amazing. Thank you as always for supporting this channel. Thank you so much. Please do support all my panelists. You guys in the chat are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for your support of the show and of my channel. Take care. Good night, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye, everybody.